So, how been ya? Welcome to the Black Country Craftsman's YouTube channel. This video is part 6 of the house renovation playlist, where I've purchased a 2-bedroom house to renovate for the rental market. If you'd like to find out more advice on renting houses and the things to look out for before you buy one, check out my other video, the Buy to Let Guide. So let's crack on and pick up where we left off. The last video saw us continue with the bathroom, where we fitted a new bath panel. We also did a little soldering on some pipework, which contributed in us fitting a new toilet. Now that has nearly finished the bathroom.
Okay, we're back on it, back in the kitchen. Need to start plaster patching some of these holes now, ready for when the kitchen arrives. We need to cover the pipework in particular with some tape. Got some duct tape there, just to protect it from the plaster, as the plaster can damage the pipe over a period of time. I am going to protect the cable as well, particularly that one. Got some offcuts from what the electrician left me. Those silver plates. Yeah, so other thing we need to do as well, that overflow pipe, or condensing pipe should I say, from the boiler. I need to start chipping that into the wall, so it's hidden. Otherwise you'll be cutting around it when the worktop's fitted, and a dirty horrible pipe will be visible, which I think is terrible. So yeah, we need to sort that out as well. Okay, I'll just explain how to plaster patch one of these holes. This one's in the ceiling. What I'll do is, using this plasterboard file, I'll go around all the edges. Same applies to all the holes. I'll be doing exactly the same. Go all the way around the edges so it creates a little bit of an angle. Okay, get you a piece of 2B1, pop it in there and see how far it'll go. So basically, you're looking at quite a big length there that you can fit in. So mark that where your finger is and cut 2 pieces at that length. Okay, mark roughly where the middle is. Slide the batten in. Couple of screws there, couple of screws there. Put another one as well across that way.
When the battens are fitted, measure and cut a section of plasterboard to fit in the hole.
Okay, piece of plasterboard is now fitted. Notice how it's with a new piece of plasterboard, and it's thinner than what if you replace the original piece, and it gives the filler that you put in a little bit of thickness, and with that chamfered edge, it just gives it, it's not a straight edge where you got a chance of it cracking. With the chamfer on, it tends to hold a lot better. Okay, all the cables and all the pipeworks all protected. We're ready up there on the ceiling. Just a quick point this out for you. I'm just removing these old brackets for where the wall units were situated. Now this is a little bit of a trick, as when they mark up to put these brackets on, what they tend to do is literally, a bit crude, but a little bit of an hammer, tap away at the plasterboard, which will reveal that there's a cable there or a pipe. So if he hadn't have done that and he'd have put this bracket on, he'd have put a screw there, which is directly in line with the cable. So It's something I will be doing myself when I come to fit the kitchen, but I just thought I'd point that out before we put some plasterboard on as to why they actually do that. Okay, this is what I tend to use for plaster patching. It's a product called Easy Fill, and this one is an Easy Fill 60. They do an Easy Fill 45 and a 20. Now the numbers are the minutes it takes for the filler to set. I tend to mix it up fairly thick as we're applying, as we fill in deep holes. I'll just quick show you. Okay, start to apply the filler. Now, as these deep holes will take up a lot of filler, I tend to start off by pushing some filler towards the back of the plasterboard to kind of give it a little bit of strength there. Basically, yeah, leave it, angle it in. Make sure you scrape all the sides off so they're nice and clean, which will benefit you later. Regarding the ceiling, I've quite crudely placed a lot of filler there with this water spray. Let's give it a quick spray, and with your plastering trowel, scrape it off. It might look, again, a little bit rough and it's concaved in, but what we'll do, we'll apply more coats, and towards the end, the thinner the coats, the better, and you will get a decent finish on this, that you won't have to do very little sanding, if any. Okay, everywhere has now had initial first coat. As you can see, I've tried to concentrate on the sides, try and pump as much into the back as I possibly can. Oh yes, we've got some more filler mixed up to put on for a second coat. Again, slowly building your coats up. A little bit of sprayed water on that. Always try and keep the sides clean. You don't want a second coat as well. Again, not overfilling it, because as it's wet, it will get saggy and start to kind of fall down if you're not too careful. So just keep building the coats up and letting the coats set.
As you build the layers up, the repair starts to look flatter. Applying the final coat, you can see the difference.
Okay, by building the coats up, we managed to create a nice smooth finish that will only take a very light sand before you paint. And we're all ready now to fit the kitchen. So the kitchen has arrived. Here we have it, the new kitchen. worktops there, and with plinths and the cornice and pelmets. Got the wall units and the base units there are in a flat pack, so they will need to be assembled, which will be the first job, particularly the base unit, because that's where you'll start. And there's the majority of the panels. Always try and keep everything flat if you can, just to keep everything so it doesn't, and nothing doesn't bow. Never lean anything up against the wall. I will be trying to get the worktops as soon as this area starts to clear. I will have the worktops lying flat on the floor, just to try and keep them level so they don't bow. It's not too bad up against the wall like that, but never kind of lift them upright so they're bowed, as they will kind of come out of shape very, very quickly.
Always follow the manufacturer's instructions to assemble these type of units.
Okay, typical base unit. There's the bottom, two sides. This one hasn't got a back, as it's the cooker housing, but I'll just quick show you how to put these together, just so you can you know, moving forward. There's the feet. Always keep these on one side, as these attach to the feet, ready for the plinths, but you won't be fitting the plinths till last, so yeah, keep those on one side.
Follow the step-by-step guide. Run a bead of glue on the inside before you assemble.
Okay, base unit is now assembled. Where you've glued, if there's any excess glue, don't forget to wipe that off, just with a damp cloth, just to keep it all nice and tidy. Now obviously this is because it's a rental property, it's part of the budget range with the kitchen I'm installing. The better kitchen suppliers do have their carcasses pre-made on delivery, and they're all glued. Some of them have a lot more solider backs than others. What I tend to do with these sort of units, yes, you've glued it in the joints. What I tend to do, as these units will have they'll be joined together, and if they're on the end, they'll have an end panel, so the white carcasses won't be seen. So what I tend to do is basically put a 30mm screw, one there in the middle and on at the end, just to give it that little bit of extra strength. Be very, very careful that you get, when you do put them in, you put them in the centre so you don't split the wood. Don't put them too near to the edge, again, as you may split the edge of this, but it is worth it, as the base units are the product of your kitchen that lasts. You need it to last the longest. The doors can be replaced if the doors get damaged or the doors start to show wear and tear, but the long life of your kitchen is basically down to the carcasses. So try and get them as solid as you possibly can.
There you go, all screwed up. Notice the brackets that hold the legs in place. There is a plastic section that sticks out. Make sure that section is pointing to the outer side section. This gives the leg base more stability. First one assembled, 6 more to go.
Okay, I've got all the base units all put together now. There is the centre line, so that's where the centre of the cooker will be, and there's the base unit, the cooker housing unit. It's got to go there. Okay, marked up roughly around 875 I normally go to, which is, that's the bottom there of where this unit
has got to get up to. That there is the worktop line. So of course, when 875 should give you plenty space for when you get round to this section, for when you need the washing machine to fit underneath. Okay. Disconnected the water. I've turned the water off outside at the stopcock outside. That's still turned off as a precaution. I've drained all the water, disconnected the waste, cut the pipe there and there. So yes, we're ready to start fitting. Okay, just a quick reminder, which I completely forgot if I'm totally honest. You need to mark up which is the cold supply and which is the hot. So you need to connect the cold up to that one, and the hot will come down from there, from upstairs, and that needs to be your hot tap. So you need to get those two right as you connect everything up. Okay, using my level, I've got a straight line going right the way around the room now, where we need to set our base units to that height.
Fix the first unit in place using these L-shaped brackets.
Okay, first unit fixed to the wall. We're able to put the brackets a little lower, as this hasn't got no backing to it. So important that you get it level on the top and you get the level up on the upright. Now, looking at the plans, there won't be a unit directly right up close to this, as there will be a filler piece there and a filler piece there. So this will kind of stand alone for the time being until I can get some timbers to it. We need to start on the corner units next, and they have to be the same, perfectly level, as they will then continue to go that way and that way.
I'd just like to point out, to turn the water off, the stopcock is located outside. In this case, it's on the front path. On the left hand side, near the meter, you can see the stopcock head. And using this purpose-made metal pole, turn the water off.
Okay, as you can see, the water's completely off. Put some mold grips on there. Under that this nut and remove the tap.
Tap removed. Notice I haven't removed the nut. Leave this on ready for refitting.
We're all clear now regarding the existing pipe work. So our next task is units to try and get this corner right.
To get the corner unit all lined up, we need to fit the door in position. If you want to see how this all comes together, join me on the next video to see how I fitted all these units and the obstacles that I had to get round to make sure they were all fitting nice and level.
Okay, if you've enjoyed this video, smash us a like, drop us a comment, and if we can help you, we will. And please subscribe to give us a little support. Also, please check out our other videos, as we've got quite a few out now. You may find something that might just help you out in the future.